everybody. Welcome to our Global Be Well Day and Ice Day AIS TV special. We got so many performances sent in. I've made a special episode to take care of all of our performers today so that you can be on our big screens around the school. Have fun watching all of these performances, and we've got some cooking from Miss Christine and an art idea from Mr. Manzi. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
Looking for something fun and exciting to do these school holidays? Well, have your librarians got a challenge just for you? We're inviting students at AIS to create their own curious creature, just like the ones that you've seen popping up around our school. Your creature must be made from recyclable materials. It must be self-standing, and it can't be too enormously huge. Please submit your entry to the AIS Library branch in your zone or your classroom if you're in the ELV by Wednesday, the 21st of October.
Hi, I'm Sarah and we're playing Simple Duet.
name's Maya, and I am in Year 5. Today I'm going to be performing Cop and Downs. Thanks.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the cultural edition of AIS TV Treats. Today I'm going to show you how to make my very favourite South African hot malva pudding. This is absolutely delicious. So without further ado, here we go. In a bowl here, I've put a tablespoon of butter and half a cup of sugar. We're now going to mix it with the electric mixer till it is all nice and fluffy. Right, we're now going to add 2 eggs into the mixture. And again, we're going to give it a good stir. I have got here also 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, which is going to go into the mixture. Half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of bicarb of soda, 1 teaspoon, and we're going to give that a good mix. Next, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of apricot jam, and that's apricot jam that I'm going to be using. And in it goes. Good mix. Right, next we're going to add 1 cup of self-raising flour. And we're also going to add 1/3 of a cup of cold milk. We're going to continue mixing this until it is all nice and smooth, as you can see in the mixture there, all lovely and smooth. We're just going to keep mixing it up until it's all lovely and mixed together. Right, then you're going to get an oven-proof dish, and you're just going to give it a bit of a grease out like that. And then we're going to pour the mixture inside the oven-proof dish. Oh, that's looking so good. It's now inside the oven-proof dish. You're now going to pop this into an oven of 180 degrees. So you preheat your oven to 180 degrees, and then you're going to put it in the oven for about half an hour. And while this is baking, I'm now going to show you how to make the sauce. Just before the pudding is ready, what you're going to do is you're going to take a pot and you're going to put a tablespoon of butter in the pot and 1 can of evaporated milk inside the pot. Okay, along with a tablespoon of brown sugar. We're now going to let that boil, so it's going to be really, really hot when the pudding comes out. The pudding is now done. It's been half an hour and it has now come out of the oven. It is now piping hot. The mixture has been boiling on the stove, so that is your evaporated milk, your butter and your brown sugar. Right, we're now going to put it all together. So there we have the pudding that has now come out of the oven. It is really lovely and hot. And here is my hot sauce that has just come off the stove. It is now boiling hot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to now poke holes into the pudding with a sharp knife, all around like that. And as we do that, we're going to pour the sauce all around the top. So in effect, this lovely sponge pudding is now going to soak up the sauce that we have now boiled. Don't worry if you think you've made too much sauce. The pudding will actually absorb it all up. Look at that. Oh, and just keep poking holes until all the sauce has been absorbed by the cake. Let this pudding sit for about 5 minutes until all the sauce is soaked in. As you can see already, it is soaked in. Can you see? It is absolutely, and it smells wonderful. So that is what the malva pudding looks like. We're now going to serve it so you can see the final ending. Here's my lovely bowl. I'm now going to dish up the pudding so you can see. Have a look at that. The smell is absolutely wonderful. It's brown, it's gooey, it's saucy, it's soft. Look at that. And here I've got some of my favorite South African custard. It's the ready-made custard, but any custard will do. And we're now going to put some on. There's my custard, and we're going to put a big blob on the dessert. There you go, everybody. I hope you enjoy my very favorite South African malva pudding. Look at that. Yum. Bye, everyone.
I'm from grade 5 and I'm from China. Today I'm going to play a song called Mufata's Waltz.
Vanakkam. My name is Adre from Faya. Today I have demonstrated an ancient martial arts called Varmakale. Varmakale is an ancient martial art that originated in the south of India, thousands of years ago. The birthplace is believed to be the extinct continent Laboria. Varmakale uses Varma or meridian points in the body for self-defense or attacking. It helps improve the physical and mental fitness. The first demonstration is by using the hands as the weapon. The second demonstration is using the stick as a weapon. I hope you enjoy my video.
Oh, he's got it. Come on. Yes! Goal to the Crows. Yo, beauty. Have some of that 4 and 25.
Hi, in this art segment we're going to be looking at mural art. Mural art is public art that's on the side of buildings and it's starting to pop up here in Singapore. Here's a wonderful example. When you want to put together some mural art, you want to get yourself a wall that's plain. You take a photo and then think about what designs you'd like to use. For my design, I've actually chosen a very simple design by artist Andy Warhol. He did these wonderful flowers. They were quite simple, but very colourful. I kind of like the blue in this background, so I think I'm going to incorporate it in my design. So the first thing I do is I take a photo of the wall and then I print the picture and then start drawing on it what my idea is going to look like. And you can see here, I'm starting to do the simple outlines, often in a light grey, of the flowers design that I'm borrowing from Andy Warhol. So the first thing to do is to draw the simple outlines and then consider background colour. Now I'm experimenting with a couple of different blues here because I want it to be this wonderful blue that brings out the colour of the flowers. You can see I'm playing with a couple of different blues until I think I get the right one. That's not it. That's the right one. So now I just do fill in all my leftover space or the background space. It doesn't have to be overly neat, but just to make sure that I've got all the spots. You can see in some cases I'm going over the outline. That's okay, because when I start painting the actual flowers, I'll fix those outlines up. When you're considering a mural art piece, you might want to also wonder how many colours should I use? Probably about 5 to 6 is a good number. Anything more than 10 is a little bit too many because it gets quite complicated, and anything less than about 5 is really not going to make a big impact. So I've chosen about 6 or 7 colours, and I want to make them bright and strong because the point of murals is to brighten people's day and to give them some lovely artwork to look at when they're out and about in society. So I'm using a lot of bright yellow here. That complements the blue quite nicely. I think I might try an orange. Kind of a reddy orange. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's starting to work well, and I'll balance it across the piece as well. Probably a good time to start thinking about the composition, what other colours I'd like to consider. going with a lovely purple here. Good to see also that some of my composition for my mural goes right to the edge, so it looks like it's framed by the building. Check out my colours. I'm going to use a nice bright green here. Now I know flowers aren't often green, but I just like the colour against the blue. You're probably starting to see that the work's starting to look a little bit like Andy Warhol's example. I'm really pleased that that's happening, and one thing I think I might need to consider is that not only do I want the colours of the flowers to be nice and bright, the background is done well in that blue. I think that actually looks quite nice, but I think the background's a little bit plain, so I might want to start I'm looking back at Andy Warhol's work and I see he's got some squiggles in the background, so I might try some different blues and squiggle the background just to give it a little bit of oomph, a little bit of strength. And you can see here I'm starting to do that with different blues, so the background doesn't look too plain. Kind of squiggles to break up the one colour. Yeah, that looks good. It's probably about time now that I need to consider my outlines, and that's what's going to bring this piece together. As soon as the outlines occur, I'll use a much smaller brush, and I'll use a dark colour. In most cases, the outlines are done in black, and that makes them really stand out. And you can see the difference it's going to make, and that's the final bit of this wonderful mural, is to give it this lovely outline that's going to focus your eye. I really enjoy the outline part because it really brings the piece together. Gee, looking back at this mural scene, it really lifts the colour of this wall on this building. Even on a rainy day, this would look quite beautiful. So again, continuing to work with my outlines. I, on purpose, chose a simple piece because often it would be easy for me to choose a complicated art piece and then get a little bit frustrated when I tried to put it on my practice mural wall. So I would suggest, if you're thinking about doing a mural practice like I'm doing here, that you choose an art piece that's a little bit simple first, and when you get confident with the simple piece, then you can start working on a more complicated piece. There we go, the outline's still going here. Really starting to look nice. Finish those couple of outlines there, and I think that we might be good. I hope you like what I put together. Would love to see some ideas. If you decide to do a mural art piece, please feel free to send it in or come in and show Mr. Manzi. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope that you make sure that you get a chance to put something together in this format. It doesn't have to be digital like the way I've drawn it. It can be printed, and then you draw on a printed piece of paper. Enjoy your mural work.